Our keynote speaker is a creative content and program strategist with an eye for stories and how to tell them. Apart from her role at Endoku, she spearheads the communications and strategy partnerships for Saudi Design Festival. Raised in Riyadh, she led the bureau of the city's first English lifestyle magazine, Destination Riyadh, from infancy. She eventually became the managing editor of Destination KSA, focusing on national tourism and lifestyle. She has developed strategies and led pilot projects for institutions such as Visit Saudi, Mission for Al-Ula, and the Ministry of Culture. She is the assistant curator of the Saudi Pavilion at the Venice Biennale for Architecture 2023.
First of all, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow guests, good evening.
Good evening.
God, I missed that. Good evening.
Good evening.
I have been in many rooms wherein I am the only Filipino. I have been in rooms wherein I had to use my skills that I have learned at PRTC in order to command a boardroom, a bedroom, and anything else. And I guess that's what we're really celebrating right now. And that's what I want to focus on when I talk to you about milestones worth celebrating. Because then I got to thinking, what makes a milestone and what makes the things that are actually worth celebrating. You see, when I was growing up, what's worthy of a celebration is a 95, 100 in your exam. And you know you've done well when you come home and there's a Caesar salad that my mom had prepared for me. Because if there's a Caesar salad, it means I did well in school. And then that reminds me that there's another guy here whose motivation is food. Doc Sean. Yes. Jollibee spaghetti. Not bronze, not silver. Gold. And that is one of the speeches that he delivered during the district competition almost more than a decade ago. And it has stuck to me because we shared that in common. We found our shared milestone. We found that which celebrates me, and it has become part of who I am. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about public speaking. It's about becoming better storytellers. It's about being able to tell your story and to tell the stories of others. And that's the thing, when you talk about stories, that's the thing that brings us all together. That's who we are. Anyway, so milestone, sometimes success or what you celebrate isn't that moment, but the people you get to take with you in the journey. My mom would say that I'm a hard-headed person. I tend to get my way with a lot of things. Because I didn't want to stay at King Faisal, I decided to clean houses, which is a skill that my mom taught me. Growing activities is to clean houses. That's what we did because we were taking care of another person's house. And then at night, I would write papers for students. I would be a copywriter. I would send emails to random agencies in Saudi Arabia, telling them of everything that's wrong on their website. And through that experience, I managed to land a job as a copywriter and then eventually an editor for a magazine. Again, that was a reason to celebrate. Being Filipino, being able to run a magazine, being able to write your name when most often than not, a lot of us do the work and hide in the basement. That was worth celebrating. But it also our work shifts, not sleeping, days on end, missing important milestones with my mom. So, again, was it worth it? Was it the milestone worth celebrating in one's career? I quit the job eventually because I wanted to do something more. I wanted to do better. Because that's the thing, right? You learn by doing, so you keep on going, you keep on trying, you keep on pushing. So I pushed and I pushed, and eventually, yeah, I found myself what I don't know if any one of you would remember Distinguished Toastmaster Ron Jacobe.
Yeah.
He inspired me. He always delivered the best speeches. But you know, the best wisdom I got from him was shared over a cigarette at the bathroom of Red Onion. This Red Onion is gonna get famous. I'm telling you guys. It was like, Joe, you have to be decidedly international. Decidedly international. What does that mean? It means that you carry yourself into a room, deciding that you belong in that room. You decide with confidence that I have something to say and I will say it. Everything that you're learning here in PRTC, yes, it's great. You can handle the lectern. You can, have a grandiose, and you have the uncomfortable conversations in your lives. And maybe that's what this is setting you up for. Maybe it's about tackling the uncomfortable conversations that make you grow as people, and that's what makes all of this worthwhile. The conversations that push you forward, that lets you stand out when everyone is telling you to stand in or to stand down. So yeah, because of Sir Ron, I even decided to just push wherever I could, put a foot inside the door. And it did work. I managed to lead a festival in Saudi Arabia. I managed to be in rooms that people felt I shouldn't be in. And that's the part that's worth celebrating. When they look at you and they wonder, why are you here? Office, why shouldn't I be? Long story short, milestones for me back in the day was about pursuing the next rung. Going up the ranks. But then the person who makes my Caesar salad passed away. So my mom passed away in 2021 due to COVID. And the thing is, it was only then that I realized my mom celebrated with a Caesar salad because she believed that everything is worth celebrating. Even if I passed the test, or even if I just basically went back home to Saudi, or visited her in wherever in the world she is, she would make me a Caesar salad to celebrate. Because it's the moments, the small moments that we have that are always worth celebrating. And that's the thing, this year, I went to the Venice Biennale representing Saudi Arabia. And it was such a crazy success. And all I could think about was the Caesar salad. And I knew that it wasn't gonna come. And I almost broke down, because my mom went to Venice and she was like, oh, you need to go to Venice, because you need to take a picture and all of these things. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, I finally did. I stood right where you are. I took a photo. Then why is it so bittersweet? Why is success so bittersweet? because it will never be the same. Now, yeah, but then my mom celebrated everything. She loves Christmas. She remembers everyone's birthdays. She remembers anniversaries of other people. Some of them she doesn't even like. Because that's who she is. Then I realized that, yes, if I would be a person that my mom would continue to make heavenly salads for, then the real deal is that it's the small wins. It's the days that I choose to be a good person, to be kind, to tell the stories of others, especially those whose stories are not being told. Those are the moments that are worth celebrating. Three, I get it, we survived COVID, we did a lot of things, but I think as Filipinos, we celebrate everything, life and death. We always throw a good, wicked party for everything, and that's great. But as people, we should also celebrate our wins as persons. Even the bad wins. Okay, show of hands. Who had a breakup this year? Really? No one? Huh, interesting.
Baka married na.
Married na? How many got married this year? No one. Okay. Is this recorded? I don't know. How many got laid this year? No one. Okay, this is sad, guys. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you got heartbroken this year, whether losing your job, someone passing away, someone you love, leaving you, failures. If you failed this year, celebrate. Because trust that life is setting you up for something better. If you won this year, good on you, celebrate. But more important than winning is trying. So every morning that you decided to wake up, every time that you choose to have an uncomfortable conversation, give yourself a pat on the back. That's also worth celebrating. Give yourself a Caesar salad. But most importantly, what you should celebrate is when you learn to make a Caesar salad for other people. Because those are the milestones truly worth celebrating. Thank you.